Okay, once you're ready, let's go ahead and log in. And we're going to want to go over to create a new app if you've already got one. And we're going to do a desktop web app for this one. Press next. Use a blank template and call this Meetup. Okay, and set your primary colors. We're just going to go black and white. That's what we like. There's a few advanced options here which you can create a new database using existing external API, which we're going to cover in another tutorial, or share a database with an existing app. So we're going to go for the first one, create a new database. Now press create, and you should end up on a screen like this. And what Adalo does for you, it gives you the basic login, sign up screens, and a home page and a welcome screen here once you've signed in. So if you want, you can zoom in, zoom out. They have made this easy and made it very visual. They line up all the screens side by side, almost like a slide deck, which makes it nice and easy to use. Okay, so once you've got this screen in front of you, we're ready to start building. And like all of our tutorials, or my tutorials, what I'm going to show you is how to basically flush out the basic functionality of an app. We're not going to spend loads of time on it visually, making it perfect, um, because you can always do that afterwards. But the thing is, with these tools, it will get you 80% of the way there in a fraction of the time for you to do it with code. So that's what I'm going to show you. And then obviously if you want to follow this tutorial through to the end and then actually add in all the nice to have parts afterwards to actually launch it as a proper live product, then you can. So what we're going to do is on this home screen here, we're going to zoom in. You can do this by okay, so now we've got this home screen here. Okay, and we're going to copy a bit of this. Okay. Okay, so for these icons up here, we're going to have the left hand icon as, let's have a look where that goes. Okay, so that goes there. And we'll turn this one off. On the right hand icon, we currently have the first one as login, so we're going to put this one as a plus button. It's going to have login, and the right hand icon is going to be a power button, and that's going to be set to log out. Okay. Then we want to go to our add a component. It's going to be an image. We're going to have a hero image like that. We need some text. Okay. Down here you can edit styles. Edit the styles. Put this in the middle. Let's make it nice and big. Okay. Put it on one line. Center it. We might add another bit of text underneath it. Okay. Now we have this. We're going to want a button. Just going to live in here, and this button is going to be I'm going to call our app people. So let's go join people, make this a bit bigger. Let's remove the icon, and then on press, we're going to say, we're going to go to the sign up page. We're going to leave all these empty. Okay, if you want to add some rounding, you can add some rounding. We always like to have slightly round corners on our button. Okay, make sure that's nice and center. You can also change the type of button you want. You can either have a text button, you can have an outline button, which is like that, or you can have a contain button like this. And we are going to use another primary color actually. So our color for this is going to be a blue, and the text color is going to be red. Cool. Okay. Done. Now so we're gonna add an image in later, but for this we're gonna do this part of the Meetup homepage. Let me just show you. Okay, we're gonna add the categories page, only because this event's near you and groups near you. They can be done off some location data, but we're going to skip over that. I'm just going to go to the categories, which will basically let you search for what you're looking for, and then find a meetup and join it. Okay, so we are now going to add some more text. I'm going to put it over here somewhere. We're going to call this categories. Make this say 24. You can do auto width, which is nice. You can center it right. Opacity copyable, you can turn that off. But auto width just brings that box to the size of that. Then we're going to add another piece of text, which is going to be your. Okay. And now we're going to want to create these box items here. So this is now going to be a list. So if you go down and you find list, we can have different kinds of lists. We can have card info, simple list, but we're going to go for an image list. And we can just pop that in the middle here. Now we're going to want to make our canvas bigger, and you can do this by going and pressing this home screen up here, and then you can drag this down. So I'm just going to drag it down a bit to here. Okay, and now we've got the images that we want. Let's bring this and this slightly in a bit, in line with the edge of that, and a bit of spacing. Cool, now we have this. We can choose number of columns. We can have 4. They have 4, so it's widen it out to the edge of these texts here. Okay, let's set this style to auto width, and then central. Make sure this is centered correctly. Okay, this columns is now going to be our list of categories. So we're going to want to now go and set an icon. Let's remove this icon and position that on the top. Okay, cool. Now one thing we need to do, we've got our categories, we've got like a basic home page, we've got a join people button which allows people to sign up, we've got a login, a log out, and now we are going to want to go to the next part of the tutorial, which is to create the categories. And to do that, we're going to have to start creating some more fields in our database. So once you've done this, Are you ready to move on to the next part?